Shalom.
Call Haloyamla Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Rachak Wadash, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash.
Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders in the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick video, entitled Stay Strong in the Faith, Endure until the End. Because we enter into the end of the end times and, go into videos bringing out, Russia, China, the BRICS, the BRICS nations, which is what Brazil, Russia, India, China, Iran, Iran, China, East India, well, not East India, but India, and all of South Africa, all of the allies of Russia, Gog and Magog, the modern day Medes, and they're going to, burn the whore with fire, which is what? Thermonuclear fire upon Babylon the Great, America. And, one could get unnerved or be uneasy by the coming judgments that are righteous from the Most High. Because why wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth, and that's chiefly through the whore, America. So you stay strong in the faith and endure all of these things until the end, because there's going to be apocalyptic times, like you see in those movies, like the Book of Eli, right? So, and I Am Legend, all of these types of movies, and the TV show The Walking Dead, So just going to be some, fiery trials to come, but abiding in the vine Yahushai, who gives a, who gives us all our strength, from the Most High, So we'll start here in Hebrews chapter 11 and start at verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh. So everything we see was framed by, that's how, it's a very heavy and profound, thought. Words, the wisdom from the Most High, His words, created everything we see. So that things which are seen, excuse me, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Meaning, like a child appearing in a woman's belly, right? That's a miraculous thing. And for a baby to form inside of a woman over the period of 9 months, that is absolute divine miracle that cannot be comprehended, and that, in our lowly minds, right? So we'll drop to verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found. He disappeared. And how did he translate? I mean, he went up into one of those so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High, where the angels drive those vehicles. They're the sky patrol, patrolmen of the heavens, the skies above us. It's like, because Yahweh had translated him, for before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh. So let's get that word translated. So to transpose two things, one of which is put in place of the other. To transfer. So like when you transfer schools or something, you go from one place, one school, over to wherever else, so, but instantly, he transferred from one place to another. So he got beamed up. To change, to transfer oneself, or suffer oneself to be transferred, to go or pass over. So that's what happened. Let's look up this word, transpose. Cause two or more things to change places with each other, like this fleshly body receive that spiritual body. Look, and the similar words right down here, to interchange, exchange, switch. And then also right here, relocate. So this word goes into being translated, getting beamed up from this physical realm, beam up to the spiritual realm with the Most High power. And we'll go ahead and get that in the New Living Translation, the NLT right here. It says, it was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. So where's heaven? It's up above. So taken up, beamed up, and a chariot, so-called UFO, took him up. And they call that what? Being abducted, right? That's what Esau called it. Everything about the Holy Scriptures and that which is spiritual and righteous, Esau demonizes, right? So it got abducted, and put a very evil, fearful aura on that. But that's a good thing. You want to get beamed up by the Most High, because that's where unimaginable peace is and beauty. So it says, it was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. And that's the same. And Enoch he was the greatest prophet, Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Elijah. He was taken up as well in the chariot. But this is Enoch, righteous Enoch, not, righteous Enoch. So it was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. He disappeared because Yahweh took him. And that's what's going to happen to the elect, here in these last days through the faith. We have that faith like Enoch, like Abraham, Enoch, Elijah, and all the righteous men of the Lord, like David, had faith in the Most High. And the ultimate man that had faith in Yahweh was Yahweh Shai, right? He's our head. That's where the faith coming through your mind, through Yahweh Shai. So he disappeared because Yahweh took him. So the Most High sent the chariot to beam him up, so-called UFO to beam him up. For before he was taken up, he was known as a person who pleased Yahweh, and that was through faith. So it's faith first and foremost. And we know faith without works of what? Of the law. You rehearse the righteous acts to the best of your ability. So it's a combination, but first and foremost, you must have faith. Verse 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai must believe that he is, and he is that's his name, Yahweh. He exists. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So we diligently seek the Most High. And it was something, a precept came to my mind. But without faith, it's impossible to please him. So that for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is. It's impossible to please him without the faith, It was something, I forget the precept and the point I want to make on that, but we must have faith first and foremost. Oh yeah, so like when, in these times to come, thank you, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, for reminding me. So in the spirit, so these things are going to happen in these days, these trials and tribulations. It's going to test your faith, and if your faith is little, yield little faith, then you're going to die. It's not going to be because you're not going to have faith that the Most High is going to deliver you from that. So it's not you keep the commandments or wear fringes is going to justify you for the Most High to keep you from the perils to come, right? And the dangers and trials and tribulations and the death and destruction that's about to happen. It's not that. It's going to be the Most High blessing you through your faith. The faith is the foundation, and then the works is like you lay down a foundation, and then you work upon that foundation and build a house on that foundation. The foundation is faith, and you working, showing your faith or your foundational faith by the works of the law. By doing your best, trying to build on it the best you can. But we know that our righteousness is as a filthy rag, but you show your faith by doing what the Most High say to do, which is his commandments. And then so now we'll go to John. So when these perils and evil times come, you lose your faith and you won't be protected. But no matter how much you kept the law, but that's going to be currency that you're building up on top of that foundation of faith. So John, that's why you store your treasures up in heaven. And you do that first. The foundation, the pure, perfect foundation laid is the faith in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right? And then, your works like you working. That's the being about the business of the Most High. And the works, when you working daily, day in, day out. Spiritually working, building up, your treasures, your spiritual credit, to be able to cash in and receive those that covering and protection and food and water in those days. John 15:5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. That's Yahushua. And that's Yahushua speaking. Yahushua is the vine, the elect are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. And that's the main men, the elder apostles, a great millstone on down, the elders, prophet, the elder bishops and elders and teachers and prophets, teaching the words of the Most High, and it's galvanizing and gathering the elect and awakening. The Holy Spirit is entering into these men. That's the valley of dry bones, prophesying to the wind. And then the Spirit of the Most High is like the wind, and it's going to enter into the vessels of the elect. It's a great calling, but few will be chosen, but that few that's chosen is the elect. Because some men will endure for a season, but he won't have that faith in it to endure unto the end. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. And that fruit is the elect, awakening to the truth. For without me, ye can do nothing. So without Yahushua, we can do nothing. But with Yahushua, we can. So what's the opposite of doing nothing? It's doing everything. So we can do all things, which is everything, through Yahushua who strengthens us. And Christianity has taken that and put a weird, weak, effeminate energy on that. But that's a very, very powerful scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Yahushua who strengthens me. So right here, the contrast is we can do nothing without Yahushua. For without me, ye can do nothing. But with Yahushua, we can do all things. We can do everything through Yahushua. Because he said, what? You would do greater things than I. And, it's a very humble statement from the Messiah, Yahushua. But, we know Yahushua, he's the man. And everything is possible through Yahushua. So we'll go to Hebrews. So just maintain the faith. That's what it's all about. Hebrews 12 and verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. So, these the dark people, like, the prophecy that was fulfilled in John 17 of Yahushua appearing in this particular area on the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali, because the people were shrouded in wickedness and darkness. And then that great light, which is Yahushua, appeared. And now the great light, the light, that's in the stead of Yahushua now, are the men of the Lord, the 1/3 elect. And now they're the light now, amidst the cloud of witnesses that's in darkness here in Babylon, the great America, and throughout the four corners that the elect are awakening up to. And now they witnessing that light. They didn't understand the light of that which was Yahushua then, and then they're not going to understand the light of his body, of the house of David, 1/3 elect, in these days as well. And the sin, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us. So you see, it's heavy the sin, it can be heavy upon you and can weigh down on you and depress you, and you don't give your mind over to the heaviness of coming up short. A righteous man a righteous man falls 7 times and get up again. You keep getting up, you fall forward, keep running that good righteous race of faith and keeping the commandments. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, because it can make you go off easily if you have to just be looking up, looking towards the Messiah. And let us run with patience the race that is set before us. So that righteous race, going down that straight and narrow path to the kingdom of heaven, overcoming all obstacles here in darkness in this wicked society. Looking into Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. He's the author, he's the beginner and finisher of our faith, Alpha and Omega, right? Through the Most High's mercies, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. See, the joy that was set before him, what's that joy? The joy of the Lord, that's the kingdom of heaven. It's the Most High's great pleasure to give us the kingdom, right? So we're having our mind focused on the kingdom of heaven, and all the joy that's going to come from that, all the joy that's coming, the eternal, infinite joy. So you endure this little temporary constraints and restraints and bondage, knowing with the eye on the prize, right, which is that joy of the Most High and Yahushua, in the name of Yahushua, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, because Yahushua knew what was at the end of all of that struggle and strain, was that great glory that he was about to receive, and then be able to pass it down to his brethren, his 130 elect brothers. He said, "Who is my brother? Who is my mother? He that doeth the will of the Most High." And he's going to pass it down to them as well. He said he's going to give them, those everlasting waters. And that's where it begins, receiving the waters from the Most High. Because the waters from the Most High goes to Yahushua, and then it trickles down to the elect. And then that's the beginning phases. And then what? You receive that joy, that much fruit that's going to come from you enduring. Because how does fruit come from a tree? By getting that water, right? Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame. Yahushua, he despised the shame. He hated the shame. He disregarded the shame. He didn't worry about what people thought. He plowed forward, as a good soldier. Despising the shame. He's the ultimate soldier, Yahushua is. Despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. So that was that joy. He was going to be set down at the right hand. That's the greatest accomplishment a man can attain, and that's reserved for Yahushua. And then the greatest claim that man can, the greatest reward a man can attain now is sitting at the table of Yahushua, and being called friends of Yahushua, and then the women will be the Israelite woman, so-called Black, Latino, Native American woman, would be the top woman on earth above all other heathen women, and that's their great glory, to have that spiritual body and being on top, being a head woman, because we were always on top of them. Because remember, Sarah, she had a slave which was a Hamite, I believe, Hagar, right, and was over her. And we had, and our maids, our women servants were heathen women. And so that's a great honor for the Israelite woman. That's what they have to look forward to, ruling over all being the top woman on earth, because right now they're at the bottom. And because this is Satan's kingdom, and the heathen women are on top of our Israelite women. But it's going to get back this upside down. And then the Israelite woman is going to get set back in her rightful place above all women on earth. So that's the beauty that's coming to the men and women of Israel, the Israelites. Because we're at the bottom in the Satan's kingdom, and in the righteous kingdom, we'll be on top again. Everything will be back in its natural order. And everybody's going to be happy, infinitely happy and joyous. Verse 3, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds, because these people are wicked. It's many of them, like we just read in the first verse, a cloud of witnesses. So that means a whole lot of people, because the judgment of mankind and those that will be blessed with salvation of mankind is a wave to a drop. So a wave of water is far greater than a drop of water. So the righteous is a drop of water, and then those that will be judged is a wave. So that's that massive cloud, and that can try to overwhelm. And they scoff and slander and defame and minimize and insult and disrespect and hate, and that can make a person get weary if they're not rooted in Yahushua and having a faith in Yahweh and Yahushua. So Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So we endure, lest you be wearied and faint in the mind, Don't let these people overtake you with their hate, because the spirit is greater than these fleshly people's hate that they can conjure up. And then also the Most High said that he's going to make our heads strong against their foreheads, stronger than the adamant flint, the flintstone. So it's like the hardest rock, So these people are hard-headed and stiff-necked, but we're going to be in the spirit and righteousness in Yahushua even stronger than them to overcome their hate, the cloud of haters that's around us, and wicked evildoers that scoff and gainsay against us. But we have Yahushua, and we can do all things through Yahushua, and without him we can do nothing, and we'll faint. So we stay in Yahushua, and we won't faint. Having a faith in Yahushua, meditating upon Yahweh and Yahushua, looking ahead at that joy, and that'll get us through it. Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So hold fast to Yahushua, and don't let no man take thy crown. And how can a man take your crown? These scoffers, these cloud of scoffers, the cloud of evil witnesses that see the light but can't comprehend it. So they try to defame and destroy it by coming up against you. And we our eyes on the joy and prize ahead at the end of that race. Through the faith and knowing that it's going to come, like Yahushua had that faith, knowing that joy, that glory was going to come. And we shall also receive that glory with Yahushua in our proper lots, in the proper order. 1 Peter 4:12. Share this title here, share the sufferings of Mashiach. The only way we can get that joy is to just continuously suffer. And it's a righteous battle. The good fight. That's that good fight. The righteous fight of good. I'm butchering it right now, but the good fight of faith. It's all about faith. That's our foundation through Yahushua, the chief cornerstone, Yahushua. So verse 12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. So don't think it's strange when you go through it, as though some strange thing happened unto you. It's not strange. Just know that that's just a rite of passage. That's just mandatory. This fiery trial is mandatory. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings. So you rejoice. So, one would think that you're crazy to rejoice in pain and suffering, but that's because it's purging us. That's like that clay, when you put that clay in the fire and you turn the heat up on it, it's going to come out like a whole different person, a whole different entity, because it's so beautified and shiny and glossy. And that's just like how that clay are these fleshly bodies, and then we go through that fire, you're going to get that spiritual body, and it's going to even have a bit of a shining to it from I can't remember the precept, but it's going to be a particular like glow, look that it's going to have, and you're going to know the elect men, and so men and women. And so just like the scriptures say, the Lord's wisdom maketh the man's face to shine. So there's a particular glow that brothers in the truth have, men and women in the truth have, that's sincere and genuine. Because it's the light of the Most High that's dwelling, which gives you a different look. So how much more in those spiritual bodies? As though some strange thing happened unto you, verse 13. Okay. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, when he returns, make his great return, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. You see, people, they're going to be mourning when the scriptures say that when he returns, the earth is going to mourn because they don't know the Most High or Yahushua. But the elect are going to rejoice. It's going to be a joyous occasion for the elect, and it's going to be a terrible, sad mourning time for the wicked. Because right now, the wicked, the 2/3 and the wicked of the earth, they're in the house of joy, and we're in the house of mourning. And then so when Yahushua returns, the house of joy is about to begin, right? Is commencing. We're going to be translated into those spiritual bodies and those the house of joy for eternity. Verse 14, if ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh, of Mashiach, happy are ye. That's the anointed Yahushua. So we're happy for we are being reproached and being hated. People don't even know why they dislike us when we come around. It's because the Spirit of the Lord rests upon us in the name of Yahushua. And, you take that, even just the slights from men that don't even know why they don't like you, you rejoice in that too, because you're just different. But when a typical Babylonian come around other typical Babylonians, they don't have any energy towards them, but, they're positive towards them, right? And they're kind and nice and respectful unto them. You come across some Babylonians that, they can tell the difference, but they don't treat you or look at you weird or differently, But majority of the time, they give you a weird energy, a weird hateful energy. Let's see. If ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye, for the Spirit of glory and of Yahweh in the name of Yahushai rested upon you. And that's why, because it's a difference in you. The Spirit of the Lord is in you, and the spirit of Satan is in all these other people. That's why they hate that which is contrary. They know that you have a different mindset than their remedial Babylonian mindset. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. See, when you speak about the truth, you speak in the true doctrine of Yahushua, and you speak about how the Most High and Yahushua truly are, they speak evil about it. You bring out that people are going to get judged, and then, evil men say that they don't want no part. They don't want, no part of a God like that, in their pride and stupidity. But on your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Everybody always minding other people's business, It's a very wicked thing. You're going to get judged for that. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, and see, the original Christians were true men, like the true, sincere, genuine followers of Yahushua, like the hopeful elect that are sincere and genuine. This word Christian, Christianity has taken it and put a very evil doctrine upon Christianity and Christians. Christians today are wicked, but the original Christians were the disciples turned apostles. Starting from Peter on down, Peter, Paul on down. Those were the true Christians, the true followers, and now the elect that are awakening back to the truth. And we're teaching and having a faith in the name of Yahushua. We're the true quote unquote Christians. Because Christians, they were hated in those times. So why are Christianity, that's the main religion here. It's because it's been taken, and the doctrine of Satan has been attached to it by saying the law is done away with. So now the light, they put away the light, and now darkness thrives. The cloud of witnesses that's in darkness hate the light, which is the true Christians, the true elect. And if it first began, let me see. Verse 16, yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed. But let him glorify Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai on this behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. And if it first began at us, meaning, because in this great calling, only a few will be chosen. So there's a lot of false prophets, a lot of false teachers, and wicked men in this thing, and women. So the judgment going to begin with those. And if it first began at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai? So the people that are wicked, the cloud of evildoers, the cloud of scoffers, the witnesses that see the truth and scoff and hate, what's going to be the end of them? Terrible judgment. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, so if the righteous going to barely be saved out of this, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So the ungodly are Israelites, and then the sinners, and they're sinners as well, that makes them sinners, and the sinner going into, just the evil heathen that just continuously be wicked. So if the 1/3 elect are going to be barely saved out of this destruction, getting beamed up at the last moment, they barely gonna make it. That the thermonuclear destruction. Where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? They're not going to appear, but they're going to be stuck, and then they're going to suffer that judgment, or those nukes that's going to get shot off. Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful Creator. So we suffer, keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful Creator. So we're suffering according to the will of Yahweh. And how do we do that? Keeping the word. And what's the will of Yahweh? So we'll go to real quick. We'll go to Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world. Conformed is a compound word. Con means with, and formed is form. And be not with form to this world. So don't be with form of Satan, of Babylon, the great America. Don't be like them. Don't conform to their ways. Scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor. It says, choose none of his ways. I think that's in Jeremiah 10. It says, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's the new man. That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. See, they're going to will of Yahweh again, right? And what's perfect and good. It's Romans 7:12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. And that's the will of the Most High. And that's what's good. So we just continue to fight the good fight of faith, stay strong in the faith, and endure to the end, run this race with the mind of Yahweh Shai, keeping in mind the joy that's going to come from the Most High power Yahweh and Yahweh Shai when he returns. And that joy is occasion for the elect. And changing our bodies, our vile bodies, into that eternal joy, that eternal spiritual body, and eternal joy forever in the kingdom of heaven, being translated into one of those chariots, aka they ignorantly call UFOs. So we're in the last days, just stay strong, and we'll get out of here soon enough. Just keep the faith, and we'll be preserved until that time of that great day of salvation, getting beamed up. So with that being said, I hope this video was edifying. The waters of the Rachak Wadash Basham Yahweh Shai. For another video. Till next video, I say, Shalom.